Alright, so this is Accidental Paintball, and I'm doing part 2 to my project Salvo Deconstruction / review. So, I'm going to move the camera here. Okay, now what we've done is we've gotten everything off, all the accessories. Now I've removed the CO2 holder deal. He's still waiting to know what the name is. Okay, now if you're looking to paint yours, remove the grip. Okay, I can't stress that enough. Remove the grip first. Now, I guess, okay, gotta take off my sight here. So, we gotta take this off. I like to screw these back in, like to the sight and to my my sling, so I don't get them mixed up with the gun, because that is not a good thing to do. Alright, now we have, let's remove this one here down in the handle, this Allen wrench key. You can put an electronic board in here, but I preferably would not want one in this gun. It is just not, like, it's not made for electronics. I mean, you really, do you want the selective firing modes of 3-round burst, full auto, and normal? And it's a pain just to freaking switch the firing modes, because like it's in the handle here, and there's these little holes, and you have to get your smallest Allen key, stick it in there, and push the buttons. I don't know who made that, but it's a terrible design. It's like, it'd be better to switch your firing modes after the game, you know. I do not approve of that. So we're on our third screw here. We're unscrewing, not counting the one that keeps the handguard in. We're on the fourth one. Okay, now this is the last one. This one, you want to be careful, because this may shoot out, and you will lose this little tiny piece. I've never lost this piece before, but I nearly have. Alright, so right now, you can take out the CO2, like, I would not, unless you were painting, of course. But these two screws take out the CO2 chamber, compressed air chamber, or whatever. Alright, now let's separate the gun here. Careful. This is what I'm talking about. This sucker is really, really hard to see. You see, you can't even see it really among all this stuff. So, I'm going to set this right there. Or no. That's a bad place. I don't know where to set this. Oh, I'll just put it in this little thing here. Got a little container. That's what I'd recommend. Stick all your parts in a container. Now, this, see, some of the parts stick onto the other side of the gun. We got the, that's what the metal piece goes to. I'll show you how to put that back in. This is what disconnects the ball hopper adapter here, and the safety is also in this part. I prefer to keep it in here on this side for when I stick it back on. And then we have the ball stopper, and just stick that, make sure you stick it the right way right here. Now, I believe that's it. We do have a metal piece here, these little things. That's what everything is kind of stuck into. Just stick that in there. Alright, now this is how I painted my gun. I just took it apart and painted it all at the same time. You can balls. You can take apart this also in two pieces. And see, these little metal things are what the screws into the CO2 screw into. And on my my view loader, high velocity view loader thing, that's the problem with it. It won't stay. But I'm gonna go get the spring. So I've got the spring. It's about this big. Now, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. Let me clear my space here. There are a bunch of crap everywhere. Alright. Set the spring there. Actually, set that in there. Okay. Now, this is what the inside looks like. Now, to take this apart, basically, what you do first is you want to set this piece in first. See, this has this metal bar that connects it over to here. So when you pull it back, that's what hits the ball actually when the CO2 comes through. That's what goes in front of the little hole here. And then here you can see the ball stopper. We have the safety, this spring which controls the trigger. I don't know if you can see that with the trigger. And then this, the trigger has this piece that hits this piece here, right there, and it's controlled by this spring. And this is the broken spring. If you can't see, it's bent, but on the 98 it's different. There's a little metal piece here that are like these pieces, and you spring hooks onto there, and then it hooks onto this piece, so it's pulling instead of pushing. But I've already deconstructed my 98, so I can't show you that. So right now I'm going to take out this broken spring and get my new one. Okay, now you can see, whoops, hands are a little oily. This is the broken spring. You see how it's all smashed up on the bottom? And this is a new one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stick that right there. I'm going to push it. And I think the spring is slightly bigger than the old one. So what's going to happen is it's going to make the trigger a little heavier. Alright, let's get that on there. Oh, it's kind of hard to get on. It wants to shoot out. So we're compressing it a bunch. Alright, it's in there. Okay, now let me move the computer back. Gotta get my broken spring. Okay, this part right here, this is where the parts for this go. It's really hard to get off and on. So what you gotta do is, actually I'm gonna have to make another part for this video. I'm running out of time, so watch my next video. All greasy.